Hello, YouTube. This is Bunny and Bumblebee Talks. I'm Bumblebee.
And I'm Bunny. And our first topic of today is best ways to make a woman come.
Usually she tells me
What
we're about to talk about right before the podcast. Because, we run over the ideas when she comes up with them.
But I went over that idea when I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Wrote it down.
But I was not prepared for that today. I did not know that was going to be our first subject.
To be totally honest with you, I totally forgot I even wrote that down. I ain't gonna hold you. Because remember, a lot of these I wrote, in advance.
Oh, yeah. This is weeks ago.
Weeks ago? You mean, almost months ago? Probably.
Yeah.
So, I totally forgot that was in podcast
I did
12.
too. I did too.
Well, what you gotta say about that? Let's go.
Ways to do it?
Yeah, ways to make a woman come.
There's a lot, actually.
I've heard, granted, this person can't fuck anyway, so, but, don't listen to them. They're like, oh, and this is just, the precursor. If you think by a chick seeing your dick, she's supposed to get wet, you have a long way to go.
Yeah. Foreplay?
Wait, but what type of foreplay? Because some people think that,
you got to do what she likes.
Yeah, but some people be like, oh, I can suck on her titties, and then, you know what I mean? Kiss on her neck, and then that's it. And then they, go straight to, fucking, you know what I mean? And there's no, other shit between that. And then they're like, oh, she good.
The way I see it is you learn what your partner likes. So, it's different when you're talking about a one night hookup type of deal. But what are you talking about? Because you don't have time to learn what they like, right?
Yeah, you don't have time to learn what they like. But overall, right? We're not talking about necessarily learning what they like. We're just talking about the overall general consensus of what a man would do to try to make a woman come.
Foreplay. Eat the pussy.
Yeah, but what do you constitute as foreplay? You have to explain to the audience.
That's the precursor.
Damn, my voice is cracking.
Yeah, look, yeah.
You have
need some water.
No, I'm good. But you have to explain to the audience, what do you mean by foreplay? Because foreplay could be anything. Foreplay could be
And you're absolutely right.
Could be playing with her nipples and, you know what I mean, and calling it a day. Yeah. What do you mean by, you have to go into detail about that.
Oh. It's a good thing we're not monetized yet. So, eat the pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's
Kiss on the neck.
That's not foreplay.
Kissing on the neck.
You said foreplay first. So talk about foreplay before you start talking about eating the pussy.
You gotta set the mood. So
you're not... So, okay.
Everybody's different, though.
No, but I'm saying, wouldn't the initial set of foreplay start with, kissing and groping?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go from there. Kissing and groping. Where do you go from there?
You know what I mean? Grab up on the booty. You know what I'm saying? Might lick some titties. Suck on some nipples.
Alright.
Motorboat if you got to. If that's what you into. If that's what she into.
Okay, maybe suck on the neck. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want to work your way down. Kiss the tummy. You know what I'm saying? Kiss the thighs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get her excited. You gotta make her be like, yeah, he definitely getting, because she made the decision already to be there with you, right? Might as well make her be like, yeah, he definitely getting something right now. I'm not changing my mind.
At that point, she's already naked, so
yeah, but there's those occasions.
What chick is gonna walk up in the
there's
walk
some
out in
occasions.
The
there's some occasions. It's never happened to me, but I've been told.
What, a chick got naked and was like, no, I'm out.
Yeah, she just wasn't feeling what dude was doing.
But but that's different though. She wasn't feeling what he was doing.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm
good.
Mood. Yeah, she was just like, I'm good. And when he told me the story, I was like, bro, you gotta make her want it.
Because some dudes will be like, oh, like I'll suck on her titties and maybe like finger her pussy and then you know what I'm saying, and then that's it. You know what I mean? And like leave it at that.
And for some women that might work, but not all.
I mean, but like granted, like let's think about the majority. Most women want their pussy in overall.
Oh,
like out of all,
absolutely.
Like there's a small percentage, which it's sad that you have to explain this to some men. Like there's a small percentage of women that will be like, all right, like, you know, we don't gotta do that. Like let's keep it moving. Just like oddly enough, there's a small percentage of men that don't really care if they get their dick sucked. Believe it or not.
Yeah, kudos to them.
Well, no, I mean, it's not like they're gonna stop the chick from sucking their dick, but like it doesn't, like it's not a deal breaker for them. Mm. It's not gonna make a difference. Like for example, if they're gonna fuck the chick or not, it's like whatever to them. They're like, it doesn't do anything for them.
Yeah. But then you know,
and then it was weird too. Like, there was a homie of mine, and he was telling me, like, there was this chick that was sucking the shit out of his dick. Like, just going in. Like,
and he was just there.
Like, he was just like, all right, like, you know. Like, and he was just like, yo, she just didn't want to stop. And then, like, I know some dudes that, like, wish they had a chick like that, but, like, that just didn't do nothing for him.
Yeah. Be like that sometimes.
I mean, like, sucking dick is not for everybody. I mean, dicks are weird looking.
They are.
They look like, you know what they look like? Some dicks look very pretty. Like, I met one pretty penis in my whole, like, in the few time in my entire life. I was like, you know, and I got pictures of it, and I used to, like, zoom in at work and shit.
I can't with you.
And I was like, yo, this is, like, the god of penises. Like, it was the most prettiest penis I've ever seen in my entire life. And he had the size that you would never expect for his height. Like, he had, like, a whole arm down there. Like, it was amazing.
Y'all know I'm her boyfriend, right?
Like, I never fucked him, though. But, like, it was like, I was like, damn, God really bless you with a dick. What? I mean, it, like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to see a dick, right? And some dudes take offense to this. It's, like, not every penis is going to be pretty, right? But it's hard to see a dick where you're like, oh, you know what? That's not bad looking. I wouldn't mind that in my mouth. And then there's some dicks, like my ex, where, like, I looked at it and I was like, what is that? What is that's a dick? What? Like, that's what it looked like. Soft? Oh my God, what? Like, and I was scarred for life. Like, he almost made me never want to put a dick in my mouth ever again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not every dick is going to be like, oh my God, this is the holy grail of penis. Don't get me wrong. Just like not every pussy is going to be like, this is the holy grail of pussy. But there are just some that you're like, you know what? I could put that in my mouth. You know what? It's not ugly. I could work with this. I could, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I could do something, and then you have to, you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is between your legs? Like, you looking at it and shit. You like,
it's like looking at, you know, sometimes you got the roast beef vaginas, and sometimes you got really nice looking ones. Depends on what you come across.
Like, his shit was like, he was so fat, like, it was like sucked into his body. Like, it was like his stomach sucked it in.
Effect.
Like, and then like when I had he was like, yeah, just suck on it. And then I was sucking. I was like, oh my God, I feel like this skin moving in my mouth. I was like, yo, chicks suck on this? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was so confused.
This turned to a how do you make women come to like the worst oral experience she's ever had in her life.
Like, I was like, yo, like, because it was so mind-blowing. Like, you're telling me bitches be sucking on this shit? Like,
I mean, that's what he used to say.
No. But, like, I'm like, yo, the only way bitches... And then it was, like, two-toned. Like, a two-tone penis. Like, he was, like, dark and then light.
Yo, y'all... You know...
Like, what the fuck is a two-tone penis?
Yo, it sound like she got something to talk to him about. Like, she need him on the episode of the podcast one day to confront him about this shit. That'd be wild. Cause
hell no, I don't want him near me. He might punch me in the face for just saying any of this.
He's not welcome here anyway, so.
Bark my butt just punch him in the face. It's all right.
Might get jumped by the whole hood, you know. I'll never forget what Mark was saying. Tell him pull.
But anyway, like, off of the whole penis thing, I'm so sorry I put your penis on blast, but it's just an ugly penis, you know. It is. I feel sorry for any chick that gotta put that in the fucking mouth. But anyway, back to I really am. And sometimes it be smelling funky. Like, you gotta work on that. Like, work on that, you know what I mean? Like, work on your hygiene with that, you know what I mean? Like, you're so quick to talk about other people and shit, but, like, work on yourself. But anyway, like, for me, it's like, it's all, what a lot of men don't understand when it comes to making women come, like, even though we got completely off topic and stuff. But, like, it's also based on the vibe. Like, the chick gotta be vibing you, too. Like, cause you could be, like, sucking on the titties and kissing her neck and kissing her and shit. And, like, you know, she could be feeling your dick on her pussy and shit. And she could be getting wet in the moment cause there's a dick there. But if she not feeling you as a person, I hate to break it to some dudes. Like, the pussy gonna be like, I ain't doing this. Like, I'm out.
Yep.
And then it's gonna go from... Alright, do I want to force it? Or do I want to mess with a chick that's going to enjoy the presence of my penis going inside her?
Yeah.
So, it's not just what you do and how each chick is different on how you go about it. It's also, like, her vibe with you. Like, she got to be fucking you. She got to want that dick. Like, in her head, she got to be like, yeah, I want this dick inside me. She's not going to say that. Right? She's not going to physically say that. But, like, in her head, she should be saying that. Hence why, you know, the sexual experience will go a little bit smoother than, like, you trying to force it.
And it's a lot better that way, too. Like, when she's enjoying herself. And that's probably the number one thing. You got to make her enjoy it, yo. You can't just be in there jackrabbit fucking.
Oh, yeah, I know from personal experience. Nigga jackrabbit fucking. Yo, this shit will never die. Nigga was jackrabbit fucking, right? Breaking the sweat and all types of shit. I'm literally looking like, damn, like, what's going on my Snapchat? Like, type shit. What's on Netflix? Breaking a whole sweat and shit. Legs up in the air. He's like, doom. Not doing nothing. Dick going all to the fucking hip bone and shit. Ain't doing shit for me. Ain't hit no G-spot. Because his dick got no aim. Over here breaking a sweat for what?
To get his. And, you know, that's basically the basics.
I mean, that's cool and all, but, like, what happens when you know, you're not going... See, this is one of the things I explained to him. I said, the difference between you and me, I may be a pretty chick, but I could call any nigga I ever sucked his dick, ever fucked, and they'd be like, yo, I'm down. How many bitches you could call back and be like...
It's all about making your experience pleasurable,
like,
yo.
That you could call and be like, hey, I'm coming back. Let me get that dick for more. And if you can't say... And I was like this, and I looked him dead in the face, and I said, if you can't say that about at least one bitch, then what the fuck did you do in this world? Not a goddamn motherfucking thing.
Nope. Sad.
You don't care.
No, he sure don't.
I got my hand.
Yeah.
I got my hand in my dead mama.
No.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck that nigga.
Oh, God. This is the type of night we about to have, ladies and gentlemen.
He don't even know. He don't even watch our podcast. He don't care.
I hope not.
What he gonna do? Plan our suicide?
Oh, God.
Well, no, actually, though, you can't plan somebody's, what, a homicide it would be?
Yeah.
Plan a homicide?
Yeah, Joe, I don't know where these fucking things came from. I'm about to.
It came from whoever left the door open.
Yeah.
Alright, so you got anything else you want to add on this?
Hey, listen, just make the
Don't be him. Don't be him, okay?
Make the experience as enjoyable as possible.
You don't want to be that dude, because then a chick is gonna make fun of you later on down the line, and then other chicks are gonna hear this, and then you're gonna look like a clown later on.
On her podcast with her new boyfriend.
You stupid. Oh my god, that's like the ultimate love.
Anyway, next subject.
Is it wrong to be in a serious relationship and fall in love with someone else? I say no. I also say it depends on how the relationship is going. I feel like if the relationship is going in the way of you could like walk down the aisle and get married to them and you're happy-go-lucky and things are kind of... Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody's going to have disagreements and, you know, people are not going to always be on the same page. But I also feel like there's a difference between having disagreements and not being on the same page and just like, you know, having that feeling of like you see their face and then you just want to punch them in the face.
On sight.
And then, like, if they do anything with you, kiss you, try to have sex with you, you just, I wish you died. Like, I know that feeling. Like, you just look at the nigga and you just like, I hope you have a heart attack. Like, in your head. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but like, if you're at that level, if you bump into somebody else that you fall in love with, you know, by all means, maybe it's better for you.
I feel like it depends.
I mean, it doesn't have to get to the level of the way I took it, but for a lot of people, you have to get to that level of resentment sometimes to be able to say, like, maybe I need to leave this. Maybe I need to move on. Maybe I need something better for myself. And for me, that was my deal breaker. Like, I used to have days where I'd go to sleep and we wouldn't even have a physical argument, but I'd go to bed and I'd just be mad. And like just the thought of his name popping up in my head, I'd clench my fists, grind my teeth, ready to fuck that nigga up on sight. And then like if he was like on top of me or near me or around me, I'm like, I hate you, nigga. I hate you, nigga. And then like just wishing like maybe I should bite his dick off to see what happened. So, like, you know what I mean? Like some shit like that. And then I was like, you know what? I need to get out of this. You know? Because I'm going to go to jail for like a piece of shit nigga like that for what?
Yeah. But about falling in love with someone else.
I mean, you can. I mean, it's not wrong. I feel like
you can't help. Let's put this out there in the world. There are times where you can't help who you catch feelings for, even if you're already in an established relationship. Now, the only reason I have a problem with it is because what were you doing, you know what I mean, depending on the dynamic of the relationship you're already in, how were you involved with someone so much that you catch feelings for them? You know what I mean?
It's simple.
And sometimes it could just be somebody you met, you got along with them well, and you just talk to them frequently, and you just...
Sometimes it's simple. Sometimes it's like... Because sometimes people think it's like it has to be physical. Sometimes it could just genuinely be like you have their phone number, and you talk to them every day. And they just listen to what you have to say, and then... Like, the person you're with just doesn't listen to anything you have to say.
And you guys are fighting all the time.
Yeah, and then, like, you get treated like shit, and then you're like, okay, well...
And then that's a situation where I can understand it. You know what I mean? But there are situations where the other person that's in the relationship is there. You know what I mean? And they're present, and someone still ends up falling in love or catching feelings for someone else. And it could just be they got bored. They've been together since high school. One of those type of things. And they're just like, I've never experienced anything else with anyone else.
I have vanilla, now I want some chocolate.
And now I want some chocolate.
You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
I want to try a little pecan.
You know, or like, I had some caramel, I want some vanilla. You know what I'm saying?
Want to switch it up. And which is when you say, you know, that's usually something you experience with younger couples that came up from high school.
I mean, that can happen to older couples.
It can happen to older couples too.
Because like I've met a lot of older couples where they've been together longer than I could physically imagine being with somebody, and they thought they were gonna like always be with that person, and the relationship just takes a turn, and instead of just leaving, you know, they just get to that point where they just go off and do their own thing. And it's like, well, you know, if that's the case, why not leave then?
Mm-hmm. But, it's weird. It's weird. It's a very strange thing.
You're like my brother. Can you imagine if I said that?
I know.
Can you imagine, like, having sex with somebody and they just, like, you're on top of them and you're doing your thing and they're like, yo, you're like my brother.
I love you like a brother.
And your dick is inside them and everything.
Yeah, you gotta stop and be like, are we in Tennessee? What the fuck is going on here?
Would you?
Did I move to Alabama by accident?
Wait, would you ever be able to continue?
No.
Why not?
Instant limp.
Why?
What? You're like a brother to me?
I'm gonna do that one.
I love you like, you better not. Don't ruin the mood.
How's that ruin?
And then you're gonna get mad at me because I stopped. What you stop for? And be like, you ain't just hear the bullshit you just said? You laughing, but I'm dead ass. Like,
no, but I'm pretty sure there's some people who said some stupid shit like that.
Probably.
In the midst of fucking.
Fuck me like I'm your sister. Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Oh, that's a good one.
No.
Like, hit it hard like it's.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine? No, I'm just playing.
Are you? You laughing way too hard at this.
Because I'm just envisioning somebody saying that and like just somebody's face, like hearing that shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's why I'm laughing. Because like I'm just envisioning what it would be like to be in that situation. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. It's nothing wrong with if you fall in love with somebody else. I think it also, like, it depends on the situation. And if it's a situation where you just got bored of the relationship and you want to move on, I think you should be honest with whoever you're with about whatever the situation is. Like, hey, you know, this is just not for me, and go from there. Mm-hmm. I don't think you should, like, egg it on and, you know, and try to encourage the relationship, because you're only going to end up hurting the person that you're with.
Mm-hmm. 100% agree. Because
they're going to be, like, thinking, like, yeah, we're together, we're in this, and then, like, no.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't in this. So, just, like, it depends on how you go about it and what your reasoning is. I mean, granted, either way, I mean, I feel like if you're in a situation where it's like you feel like you have to leave because it's not safe for you to be in that relationship anymore, I also feel like leaving without an explanation isn't really a bad thing either, because you're in a situation where you don't feel safe, and that's kind of on that person for making you feel that way as well. So your best bet is to just leave. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
Nah, you pretty much hit it right on the head.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. I didn't really do research on this, but best sex positions to have a baby.
Let's look it up.
You're looking it up for me.
What you think?
I'm gonna say chick riding dick, reverse cowgirl, which is also a chick riding dick. Maybe. Do you think doggy style would be one?
It could be.
Cause he's like pounding the shit out of the pussy.
It's one of my favorites.
I would say what? Maybe a dude being on top, pounding it.
That missionary style.
Yeah. Or you know when the dude holds a chick by her ass and like holds her up in the air and just like starts pounding it while he's pressing her against the wall.
So.
Like kind of like the standing up missionary.
On healthline.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotta reload it.
Really?
Yeah. The website's been mad weird on the phone. No positions during sex have been proven to increase likelihood of conception. Yet certain positions may be better than others for ensuring those little swimmers find their way up to an egg. The missionary position, the doggy style positions. Oh, what? Why? Nice punctuation. The missionary position and the doggy style position allow for deeper penetration, bringing sperm in closer proximity to the cervix.
Oh, then what happened in Psycho? Because he did missionary a lot.
I don't know what to tell you, boo.
Nigga got no aim. Damn, I'm dying. Wait, just those two positions?
Yeah, they're saying anything standing up.
Well, no, I'm talking about like when you hold the chick like this, like it's like missionary, but you're holding her like this and you're going like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's
Y'all
like,
should have seen her little hump in motion just now.
like you know what I'm talking about? Like
I know exactly.
Like when, because that's still technically missionary.
Yeah, but they're saying the ones that they don't recommend if you're trying to get pregnant is anything where you're standing up or.
Like, listen, little swimmers want to swim. They gonna swim no matter what position.
Or the positions where she's on top because gravity's working against her.
Well, depending on how hard she puts that pussy down, get that wop.
Hey, you heard Cardi. You heard Cardi. She don't cook, she don't clean though.
Yeah, but look what happened.
Still got cheated on.
She was getting cheated on before she got married. So.
Yeah.
So that, like, as we clearly know, WAP don't mean nothing, but whatever.
It's a bonus.
But some dudes act like that's like the highlight of their life, like that's the only thing they need, and then they realize when they get it, and you know, there's more to life than just wet pussy and coming.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's it. Basically, missionary and doggy style, their best positions to get you pregnant.
I mean, I guess doggy style makes sense because, like, think about it. He's like pounding the shit out of the pussy from behind.
Mm-hmm. Getting right.
What are you saying? Getting right, like.
That's what they're doing. This is a really dirty podcast. It's really like. I'm so glad we're not monetized.
Yo, I told you
this would have got demonetized.
I mean, it's fine, but like it's like there's some people who get demonetized, but they get hella views.
Yeah, them views don't mean nothing because they don't get paid for it.
Yeah, but this isn't like our main income, so we be alright. It'd be one thing, because the people who have to worry about being demonetized are the people who are like, yo, YouTube is my life. But anyway, beside that point, we've already clarified, like, hey, you making a baby, you know, don't do it with Psycho, because he did missionary a lot, and, you know, he don't got no swimmers, apparently. And he don't know how to get the pussy wet enough to make him swim, so don't even waste your time. Yeah. But anyway, is it more important to give head to a guy or a girl or both?
Both is equally as important. I mean, it depends on the people, but if you both enjoy receiving it, then you both should be giving it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Some dudes have the mindset of like, yo, you suck my dick, and like, what are you jumping for? It's not even there. He hiding.
It's just scaring me, y'all.
He hiding. What you squeezing your legs like that for?
It tickles.
You alright? You don't trust me.
No, it's just tickle.
Is it really? Yeah. But not like, I know some dudes that like they're more focused on you sucking their dick than them going down on you, instead of just being like, yo, eating pussy is not my thing. Knowing good and damn well that the chick they got with wants their pussy eaten, right? Mm-hmm. And instead of just being like, yo, you know what? I'm not gonna eat that pussy. So that way she could move on to the next. Like, hence my situation. Instead of just being like, yo, I'm not really fond of pussy. You know, trying to play it like pussy was a thing and trying to use their best friend. Like, oh, my best friend doesn't eat his wife's pussy. Does his wife cheat on him? Because it sounds like she does. Because I know I would. You know what I mean? Like, instead of just keeping it up front and knowing that the chick is going to walk out on you, they playing this game like they gonna eat your pussy and shit. It's like, nah, we adults here. Let me know so I could go get my pussy eaten from the nigga down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, yo, what you doing? Like, shit. Get a whole nigga that don't even want to fuck me, just want to taste the pussy.
And sometimes, hey, if your partner's not willing to at least try.
Hey, like I've always said, what you won't do, somebody else will do. So just because you're fucking her and you're fucking her, right? And she's enjoying it, if you're leaving parts of that sexual experience out, whether it's eating pussy, sucking dick, whatever the case is, they're going to get it somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And women do it too. Don't be surprised if you're fucking her and you're like, yeah, yo, like, I feel like I fucked her good. If you're not eating that pussy and you know that's what she want, mm-hmm. best believe she got like 5 niggas on
lined up, ready to just be like, yo,
let me get that licky lick.
I got you, sis.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And don't be surprised, because like chicks do it too. Like, and they get away with it very well. A lot of dudes think chicks can't get away with, you know, cheating and all that other stuff.
Nope. But they're a lot better at it than we are.
I mean, it's easy, baby. I was working late. I had a long day. Mm-hmm. I had homework and shit. Mm-hmm. Why you looking at me like that? You're like, stop playing with me.
Yeah. So, I'm not no idiot.
You not no idiot.
Falling for that shit. You ain't stay at work.
I mean, you do have your soul moments.
Oh, whatever.
You do.
Whatever.
You do. It's okay. I don't judge.
Whatever.
But is there anything else you want to add to that?
Nah.
You know, suck his dick. Hopefully he eats your pussy. If he don't eat your pussy, then go get your pussy eaten by somebody else and let him learn the hard way.
And vice versa. I guess, like...
You know what I'm saying? It's a doggy-dog world out there. Gotta live like that, you know?
Hey, if she gives it to you, brother, return it. If he gives it to your sister, return it.
Yeah, that should be blowing my mind when people be like, oh my God, like, they give it to me, but, like, I don't want to give it. Like,
yeah,
I want to punch you in the face. I want to punch you in the face. It's like, you don't even deserve it. Mm-hmm. So is there anything else you want to add to it?
Nah.
So, I think where I was going with this, can you compare the perceptions of two different types of dogs and say they should act the same? So very much did you compare how one dog acts compared to another dog? Like,
no.
If somebody else owns a dog and you own a dog and their dog acts a certain way and then your dog acts a certain way. Like, I have dogs that like get really excited when they see people sometimes and they get a little overboard and they get a little into seeing people because, you know, sometimes like you know, it's mostly just us in the house. So then, like, when they see a new person, they're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and some people, and, you know, and I got told from somebody, they're like, oh, my best friend's dog doesn't act like this. And I'm like, so? Maybe he don't like you.
All dogs have
and I was
varying
like,
personalities. They're
no,
not
but I
ever
was
gonna
like this.
act the same.
No, I know that, and that's what I said. But I was like, maybe the dog doesn't like you like that, because most dogs I know,
They can tell the vibe.
Like most dogs I know, like if they like you, they get excited when they see you. Even if it's like for like 5-10 minutes, they still get excited when they see you.
Yep, but you know, when you're a shitty person, they pick up on that shit.
Or if you got an evil soul, got no heart.
Yeah, they pick up on this shit. Dogs are very unique creatures.
What are you doing?
Fucking gnats again. I was about to clap at it.
Just leave it. Focus on the podcast.
I'm trying to, but it keeps flying in my face. Bitch. Ah, I missed.
No, you hit it. I don't know if you killed it or not. But
it flew off. But
no, it flew that way, but we'll figure out if it died or not, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you can't really
Thanks.
you can't really compare how one dog acts over another. Just like when you get like a new pet over, even if you get the same type of pet, like you can't compare the two because every pet is going to be different. Granted, they may be the same type of animal, but they're just going to act different.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to accept that and deal with that and just be cool with the fact that not every pet is the same. Mm-hmm. And I also feel like somebody who has that perception of a pet, like, oh, every pet should act the same, is usually someone who doesn't have a pet. Mm-hmm. Like, never had a pet to be responsible for or had a pet pass away to understand that, like, not every pet is going to act the same. Just like not every person is the same.
Yeah.
Because anybody that I know that ever had a pet or had to lose a pet and get a new pet, they know that whatever pet they had prior is different to the new pet that they have. Granted, they still like their pet, but the pet just has a different personality compared to the pet that they had. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It could be a good thing. Like, I had a cat that passed away, and he had a certain personality kind of like similar to a dog, but he also had like things about him that he didn't like. But my cat that I had when she was a kitten, when he was already like a grown cat, because we took him in when he was already grown, she was more like, hey, pick me up and like love me and all this other stuff, and did certain things. But like with him, like you could give him food off the table, he eat it. There were some things he didn't eat. There's some things he was like, nah, that's not food. And then there was some things that he'd be like, yeah, I rock with this. You know, like some chips he would eat. But also like when he was a stray cat, they gave him whatever food they could give him, and that's why he was eating whatever you gave him, because that's what he was used to. Her, you give her like a Cheeto, she was like,
yeah, gross, get that away from me.
Yeah, like you gave it to,
what is this peasantry?
Like you gave it to my cat Link, and he was like, oh, lit. Like, you know,
a Cheeto.
You know what I mean? Like he would be like, you smell it, you know what I mean, and see if he like fuck with it, and then like if he fucked with it, he took it, he ate it, and if he didn't fuck with it, he's like, nah, I'm good.
Link sounds lit.
And then like he would beg too. Like he would beg like a dog. He'd be like,
I remember you were telling me about that.
And he would like sit there at the dining room table with you and just be looking at you and be like, and then he'd jump on your lap like,
yeah, you sharing?
Yeah, like,
let me get some. Can I have some?
Yeah.
Can I have it? Can I?
Like Zion?
Can I have it? Yeah, that's how my dog is. He's just gonna sit. He's gonna sit there and he's gonna hop up on your leg and he's just gonna look at you, and he's gonna look at your plate, and he's gonna look at you, There you go, look at your plate.
I feel like he only did that to me. I feel like he only did that to me, though.
Yeah, because you the only one that he think he gonna sucker into getting it. Because he hasn't gotten you yet. The dog is weird.
Because, like, everybody else, he's just ignored. He's just like, I'm gonna mess with her.
Yeah. So weird.
But yeah, like, and she, like, I couldn't put blankets on him and stuff, and he wasn't really fond of being picked up, but, like, my other cat, like, you could pick her up, you could put blankets on her, all that other, like, all that fun stuff, and him, he liked to go outside, you know what I mean, and then he'd come back in the house when you called him. Her, she went outside for a little bit, but then once her fur got dirty, she was like, nah, that's not for me.
Yeah, let me back.
Yeah, she was like, nope. But she was at least smart enough to know where she lives, where she didn't get lost. So we didn't have like a whole bunch of work trying to find her. But she just realized like being outside, like Link liked being outside, wasn't really her thing. So she was like, nope, come on.
I'm a house cat. Fuck him.
But I mean, is there anything else you want to add to that?
Not really, no. This is all animals have different personalities. You can't compare the two.
Yeah, and you can't assume that you know an animal's personality just because you hang out with a friend from time to time and their pet acts a certain way, because you're not around that pet on a regular basis. Unless you have a pet in your house, you can't really say you know the personality of the pet. Other than that, I think that's pretty much the end of that topic. I think we're on trivia now.
All the way to trivia already.
Yep.
All right, so
I tried my hardest with all the dirty questions prior to keep it going.
I see. So, this week's a little different. We lost a beloved rabbit this week. So we're gonna do. His name was Boo Boo, by the way. You've heard her probably talk about him before. Definitely on her channel. She just did a video about him on her channel, so we might, if we remember to link that video. So I was kind of torn between doing like a trivia style question, thing, and then I wanted to kind of do a Q&A. So I've been like thinking while we were doing this and maybe kind of mix the two, just so we can get to learn a little bit about Boo Boo, but also learn a little bit about rabbits.
Okay.
That cool with y'all? Glad you agree.
They didn't respond, but all right.
So So Boo Boo was his full name, because you know how some people give their rabbits. Pets long names.
When I first had him, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I named him Bugs Bunny, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling this," and then I changed it to Boo Boo. So anybody that knows me when I first had him, or when I was first getting in the groove of having him, in the early stages, I had named him Bugs Bunny, but then I had landed on changing it to Boo Boo because I just wasn't feeling it. Like I was just
the
like,
Bugs Bunny thing. It was like there's already a rabbit in the universe named Bugs Bunny.
It wasn't even that. It was just like I felt like it didn't flow when I said it. I felt like it was just like a mouthful.
And Boo Boo just kind of stuck.
Yeah, it just kind of flowed. So I just went with that, and then went from there.
Okay, so
I don't know if he had a name prior because he was given to me. So
do you know the type of rabbit he was? Was he what's that? An ocelot?
What?
Was he an ocelot?
On his paperwork it just says American.
American, so it's probably an ocelot.
So on his paperwork, when I had to take care of, if I was gonna cremate him and stuff like that, it just said American. So I'm
trying to see if I can find American rabbit breeds.
American tan rabbit. I don't know.
Oh, an American. No, like an American rabbit. Like that's the breed.
Yeah, that's what they literally put on his paperwork. So, and mind you, I didn't know this prior until I had to figure out what I was gonna do with him.
Mm-hmm.
Until they were like, they filled out whatever they filled out, and then they put American. So I figured they would know because they're a vet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, American, what?
Yeah. So my next question is, what's the highest a rabbit can jump?
For me, the highest I've ever seen Boo Boo jump was like, now my ceiling is like a little bit higher than yours.
This ceiling marks about 6'3", so I want to say this is about 6.
So like
6'8" maybe.
So the highest, okay, I would give it about maybe Mark's room, because he has like a normal ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
The highest I've seen Boo Boo ever jump in the time I've had him is about close to a ceiling.
So close to like 7 feet maybe.
Yeah.
This is 99 centimeters.
And that was when, Boo Boo was like really young and he was hopping. But after that, I never seen him do that ever again. And nobody believed me either. I was like, oh my God, look how. And then he used to do this weird thing. He would jump high and then he'd do this like side kick.
Yeah. So it's 39.2 inches, which is about 2.
Damn, I missed my mouth.
Oh snap! You good?
Mm. I did it earlier too when we were watching the game, but nobody noticed.
2 feet. 2.15 feet, I think.
Okay. So what does that mean?
For the world record for the highest rabbit jump is 99.5 centimeters or 39.2 inches.
So where was Boo Boo at?
Actually, that's about 3 feet. Yes, that's 3 feet. A little over 3 feet in the air. So we'll go based off.
I was basing it off the ceiling because that's the only time I ever seen him jump high.
Yeah, so maybe he could have held the world record. We don't know. We didn't have anybody to check it out, but that's pretty dope if he was able to do that.
He was like, he didn't touch the ceiling, but he was like damn near close.
Yeah, so that's pretty dope. I
was just taking a video of it.
Yeah, that would have been nice to see.
Cause I was like when he was like still kind of young, I guess, like cause he did this like side kick and everything, like he like hopped up, and then like I walked out of my room, I had him on my bed and I had a little blanket just in case if he like pooped or whatever, and he hopped up and then like he did this side kick and then I called my mother and I'm like, oh my God, look how high he jumped, and then she thought I was lying, like she thought I was like making it up, and I'm like, no, that is like he jumped like. And I wish I was able to, like, record it or something. I guess it's going to be between me, God, and Boo Boo.
Yep. Hey, y'all know the truth. And for my final question.
I thought you had it written down.
It's in my head, but I'm trying to figure out how to word this. If Boo Boo could speak on a regular basis, what do you think he'd say to you?
Feed me. Rub the back of my head. Oh, that's a spot. Cause like he used to.
That's the spot.
No, cause he used to. No. This is how I know I was hitting the spot. Cause he used to do this thing where like he'd jump up and then I'd scratch the back of his ear and then like he'd go like this with his paw, like.
Oh yeah, like don't stop.
Yeah. Like, and then it, like you'd hear it clicking on like the cage that I had him in. He's like, yeah, yeah. And then like he'd be like his legs would get tired, but then he'd be like, nah, just hold on, yeah. Or like, oh hey, where you going? Because he used to jump up when I like leave the room and stuff. Or
my food.
Or like, what's going on?
Yeah, when he would go sit in his bowl. Like, yo, this thing empty, sis.
No. What he would do is he would like not even just like sit in his bowl, because like I had him on a food regimen of how much I would feed him per day, but like he'd flip his bowl over, right, and then like eat his food that way, and then he'd tip it over, and then he'd stand on his like bowl like it was a podium, and like he could just look at me, and then like I feel like he'd be like, yeah, I'm in charge.
Mm-hmm.
This is my house. Like, I feel like that's what he would say. Like, I own you. You mine, right? Yeah. like something that's like cute. That. Because, like, it was funny because he would do it and then he'd look directly at me and I'm like, yo, what you doing? What? Like,
weirdo.
Like, and he's
a little cute weirdo, but weirdo.
Like, he would just, like, stand on the podium and just, like, literally just look at me and just be like, with this, like, angry, fluffy, cute face. Like, and I'm like, you good? Like, and so I used to, like, anybody that followed me on social media, I used to make videos and then I play, like, Ratchet music in the background. Like, yeah, boo, get it.
I remember seeing those.
And, like, he would just be there. Or, like, I did a video where I was like, yeah, Drinkipedia, like. And I just feel like, I mean, I feel like he might say, I love you. Especially, like, when you hold him a certain way. Because rabbits like to be held a certain way. Mm-hmm. There's certain ways that, that if you hold them, they feel more secure over, like, holding them another way. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't know that. But I feel like he'd probably say, I love you. You know, you my homie. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
That's cute. Rest in peace to Boo Boo.
He lived a good life.
Yeah, a great life. I'm convinced he was 27 when he finally won. No, he was an old man.
No, he wasn't 27 because
I know, but
he was
I think he had to have been like 12 or 13, not 11. What you looking for? No.
Okay, so rabbits' lifespan around 8 to 9 years. To think in 1 year. So a rabbit's life as a 10-year-old in a human life. Mm-hmm. So that's how they age.
It's pretty dope.
So, like, we could probably calculate how old he was, even if he was 12. So, like, if in 1 year he's equivalent to 10 in human years, that means how...
120? God damn.
Yeah, because remember I said I thought he was like... Because if he was, like, 10 or 11, he was, like... I said, what, like 10, 82.5 or something like that?
But that's dope. That's real dope.
But they don't even have it.
What?
Like, they had this thing where it's like you could calculate, like... Oh, okay. So, rabbit's 6 months is equivalent to a 16-year-old human. 1 year is 20. 2 years is 28. 3 years is 36. 4 years is 44. 5 years is 52. 6 years is 60. 7 years is... Why is this cut off? That's disrespectful. 7 years is 68. Why is this, like, cut off? Like, this picture right here.
But it's dope.
Yeah, so if he's like, so if a rabbit's 68 at 7, that means at 8 he's
80.
80. At 9 he's
At what?
at 9.
There's a discrepancy. Well, it's every 8 years, right? So, 88.
Wait, so 9 is 88?
Yeah.
And then 10 is...
I'm sorry. I counted up and I should have went backwards. 72. 9 is 72.
9 is 72. And then 8 is...
64.
What? How is 9 64?
No, 9 is 72.
8 is...
64.
How is 8 64 if 7 is 68? Wait, what are you doing right now? What?
I was multiplying by 8. Oh, so maybe it's... That's weird. The first year is 20 years, and then every year after that is 8. Okay, so 68. Add 8, it'd be 76 at 8 years. And then it'd be
so 76 at 8 years.
84.
84 at 9.
At 8.
Wait, 84 at 8, yeah.
Yeah.
9.
90. 92.
Okay, so 9 would be
9.
like 92.
And then
10.
110.
110.
And then 108 at 11.
108 at 11. So then if he was 12 or 13...
He'd be 116 or 124.
Wait, so at 12 he'd be what?
116.
116 at 12?
Mm-hmm.
And then at 13?
He'd be 124.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what age do you think he was?
124. Nah, I want to say he was in between 12 and 13.
So you feel like he was like...
He was 12 going on 13.
So you feel like he really reached his prime of like rabbithood?
Yeah. I feel like he was going on 13. Like he had already passed his 12th birthday. And he was like, we finna hit 13.
I mean, I had him for 11.
And then he got... Yeah. And then he got sick out of nowhere. And it blindsided us. So... He didn't make it to see that 13. But...
I mean, that's if he was, like, already 12.
Yeah. But he's throwing a hell of a little rabbit party up there.
I mean, either way, whether he was, like, 12 or 13, I mean, he could have been 12 already. I mean, I had him for 11 years. I mean, I talked to somebody about it. They were like... Whether he was like a year older than what you thought, just the fact that you had him for 11 years is still great. It's
immaculate.
Because there's a lot of people that can only keep a rabbit for like 8 years, if that.
Yeah.
So, so I was trying not to beat myself up about it because, once again, he was given to me, so I don't know his exact age. I just know of how long I had him. I had him for 11 years and 5 months, so that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, whether he was older than what I thought he was when he passed away, he still lived a very long life for a rabbit either way. You good?
Yeah.
We over here talking about boo boo and you over here rubbing your head like you don't even care.
No, it's not that I don't care.
Rubbing his head like he don't got a care in the world. But I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
yeah, we don't have any more boo boo facts or rabbit facts or whatever.
Yeah, as always, we appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe.
It's like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm trying my best impression of the bunny.
And don't forget to reach out to us on our social media. It'll be down below. You know, if you have any nice words to say about Boo Boo, whether you knew him or not, you know, you can comment down below or reach out to me on my social media. You can also ask about what it's like to lose a pet, you know, if you want, you know, a place where you can talk to people. I can give you my personal opinion, or I can give you someone else you choose to talk to, because like I said, I'm not a trained professional, so I can only give you my personal experience.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have been real as always, so
like I said, I appreciate, you know, the subscribe on my channel, but you know, like, let's bring some of them over here, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we see y'all watching.
Yeah, I see, you know, we getting views on the videos and stuff, but we're still stuck at 5. What's going on here, people? Like, either my subscribers come over here, or, you know, new subscribers come find this channel. But let's go.
Let's get to it. All right, then. I guess this is where we end it. Bye.